Good afternoon, or good evening, actually 6 o'clock, isn't it? Good evening, and just wanted to give a check-in before I start making the push for the night. I've actually been going pretty good. Left Athens 2 to 3-ish, I can't remember, probably 2 or 3, just moseying around because it was hot and the sun was out. So I was just walking nice and easy from Athens. I'm on HOTS 72 right now, mile 226. Just ticked over that mile and got me some supper at Blimpie. That's one of the reasons why I went live now too, so I could walk and talk for one thing since I'm walking anyway to eat. But I also want to share how good this sandwich is. I mean, wow, it's so good. I got just a Blimpie Best. It's been so long since I had a Blimpie sandwich, but I got Blimpie Best with just everything but onions olives and pickles, and jalapeno bread. The bread is so good. And then some sriracha on there and some peppercorn ranch. Well, actually, he made the peppercorn ranch because he was out of peppercorn ranch. He used regular ranch, put pepper on it, and some Parmesan. And this sandwich is really good. I don't know if it's just because I've been scrounging for food all throughout this whole trip, but this is the best food I've had, just a simple sandwich, by far. And so we're walking and talking here. I've got nice cool weather. The rain came, and I was actually expecting the rain earlier. I was hoping for it to start. I know a lot of people, if you run, you don't want to run in the rain, but I enjoy running in the rain. One thing, I sweat so bad as it is. It's like having a shower the whole time I'm working out. And then also, it's cooler, obviously. So nice cool weather now. I think it just guesstimate, I would say low 70s. So it's perfect weather to be running right now. No sun. And so I'm going to take advantage of it. Came a huge thunderstorm. Actually, it came two thunderstorms, or two storms. The first one, it was just a teeny tiny little thing, but it started blowing wind real hard, and so I went to put my bandanas away. I didn't want to get them wet. I want to have something to wipe my face off once I start sweating again. So I put them away. I was hiding behind a sign, and all of a sudden, Angela popped out from around the sign. Kind of freaked me out. I didn't know what the world was going on. So I'm leaning up against the sign, and the head pops over. Anyway, so she scared me to death. and even after, I realized it was okay, it didn't occur to me that it was Angela. So I was like, oh, what are you doing here? So we sat and talked with them for a little while, which was, sat during the rain, and but the sun came back out, so I got my bandanas back and went back to walking again. And then when I turned on the Alt 72, it really come a pour, probably good 15, 20 minutes. I think I got 2 miles in that short span, which was the fastest 2 miles that I've had the entire trip. So as I told Paul, rain is my Red Bull, man. I love rain. Nice and cool. Even it's negotiating. If you look behind me, you see how narrow these roads are. And the bridge, this is actually a good bridge. The bridge that I was going on, it didn't even have, it was white line and wall. So I have really had to be careful, but I was kicking it across those bridges just so I could get off them as fast as possible. Because I didn't have anywhere to escape. So negotiating all that, negotiating no shoulder in the rain, watching cars and everything else, still was able to maintain like 9. Uh-oh, somebody lost their debit card. It's like the third one I found. Yeah, it's Robert, Micah, somebody lost his debit card. Yeah, I find all kinds of stuff on the road all the time. I've been very tempted to pick them up and carry them, but obviously I don't have the, that would not be a good strategy to carry weight while you're running 340 miles. So I was picking up, well, I still pick up the coins, but I had about $2 in change that I picked up and I ended up putting in a donation box right before the dead zone because I knew I didn't want to carry it any longer. Didn't want to carry it into a dead zone either. But I pick up all kinds of stuff, tools and phones. I found probably 4 or 5 phones that I've been able to return to their, most of the time I've returned them to their owners. I got one that was a burner phone, or prepaid phone, that AT&T couldn't tie it back to them, so got that one to play with, I guess. But anyway, getting ready to start grinding out some more miles. The grind into Athens was pretty tough, obviously. My feet really got to hurting. I've got one on the right edge, or outside edge of my left foot. I've got pretty serious pain. It's not triggered right now, but I guess it's probably running on the left-hand side of the road the whole time, so the weight is more on that foot, you know, kind of leaning. I think it's my theory anyway. So it's just like every once in a while I get a throb of pain. It just like a vice squeezing my foot on that one bone. So I'm trying to figure out how to alleviate that. The cutting out the toes was a godsend for sure. Actually, all my toe blisters healed up last night, continuing to run. So I actually went back to regular socks, get rid of those toe socks. They're good for isolating the toes and keeping them from rubbing together and causing blisters, but they itch in between my toes like crazy. It's like I had poison ivy between my toes or something. And then also those were the real high socks, so pretty hot in the heat going all the way up my leg. I've got like a rash where the socks are, heat rash. And so that's been nice to switch out to my regular socks. And I'll have to watch out for them being wet. So I'll have to make sure I take care of that. There's actually a sports store. I saw there's a running store along the way in Huntsville. We'll get some more rain. There's a running store in Huntsville I'm probably going to stop at and get a couple extra pair of just regular nice running socks, because I'm going to continue to run in the rain. But once it gets wet and dry and hot, you don't want to be wearing wet socks. So gotta watch that rain. It'll be hard to even finish this video whenever it starts raining and drops fall on my screen and my food. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding them out tonight. I got about 4 hours sleep, something like that this morning, and got good rest. Iced my feet several times, try to get rid of that soreness, and it seems to have helped quite a bit. And if it keeps raining, I'm gonna be able to grind some miles out. That'll be nice. Until the pain comes back, of course. But we'll keep moving, and appreciate everybody following it, checking in. We'll talk at you a little later.